Hello, folks. Welcome to English 1110, Section 4, Introduction to Literature. I'm Tyler Chadwick, your instructor for the course, and I just wanted to briefly just introduce myself. I live in Pocatello. I've been at Idaho State for, I believe this is my fifth year, going into my fifth year. And I am a doctoral student studying English and the teaching of English. And my studies center on this guy. His name is Alex Caldiero. He's a performance poet, teaches down at Utah Valley University in Orem, Utah. And I've posted a video here of him performing one of his poems, which I think is pretty cool. Poetry is wanted here, so if you get a chance, take a look at that. This he's pretty cool. I spent a lot of time watching videos on YouTube of him. So, in case you ever wanted to know, yes, YouTube does qualify as a research source. Anyway, so that's a little about me. I have a little more. I have four daughters, a 10-year-old, a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old, and a wife. And they tolerate me and my fascination with language and poetry and literature and all that fun stuff. So I hope I can share some of that with you this semester. Next, I just wanted to go really quickly to give you an overview of just the course of how it's laid out and how I see it playing out over the course of the semester. I won't read through everything for you because I trust that you can read at this point in your college education. So there's the syllabus, obviously the course schedule, the course calendar. This course is broken up into units instead of weeks. We'll have 5 units, and they are broken up. Well, 5 units. One is an introduction unit. The rest of the units are broken up into 2 different modules. One basically will be fiction and nonfiction, another poetry and drama, or some variation thereon. And also, actually, sorry, they're broken up into 3 modules, and two that will be dealing with literature, will be discussing the literature, and then 1 revision workshops, wherein you will be sharing with each other the papers that you write for each unit. Based on the course methodology, which is basically that, well, it centers around your response to the text, various responses to the text that we'll be reading. You'll be taking notes and then expanding those notes into longer pieces, of writing, and then you'll be perhaps expanding those longer pieces of writing into your process drafts into longer papers. You'll be doing that for each unit, and then at the end of the semester, you'll submit a portfolio. You can look at those things in the assignment sheets. Again, I won't bore you with all the details unless you want me to. So those are the major course assignments, the process drafts, which you'll be submitting for every unit. Also, discussion board participation. The discussion boards are a huge part of your grade in this class. We'll have 2 per unit module, so 1 for the introduction unit, or 2 for the introduction unit, 2 for unit 1.1, 2 for unit 1.2. So these discussions are a pretty big part of your grade, so be sure to take note of my expectations and tips here in the discussion board participation area, best practices, and look at the core rules of netiquette, because I want us to be respectful of each other and our ideas, because we'll be talking about some really cool things. And you might not agree with each other on everything, which is good. You shouldn't agree with everyone on everything. And I want you to explore your ideas in this course as related to the literature that we'll be talking about. This week, well, let's see, the introduction unit, let me start over again here. Each unit is broken up into 3 sections. We have the prepare, share, and assess. In the prepare, you'll read the assignments, and in the share, you'll talk about these things, talk about the things from the reading in the discussion boards, and then you'll assess yourself. This is where you'll turn in your assignments. You'll give yourself a self-assessment every week that basically you'll be reporting on the things you did during the week. So it's a place for you to be honest with me and to reflect back on the week or on the unit, and to look forward to the next unit so that you can track your progress through the course. Now, each week I've included in the prepare section some terms to know. This week I have given you the definitions for literature and text. So look those up, get an idea. Kind of, this is the basis for the course, things we'll be looking for. That's literature, text. You can read those yourself. But these are terms that I would like you to become acquainted with each week, and I'm posting them because I hope that you can well, this week I've defined them for you, but I hope that in weeks to come you'll take them and you'll define them yourself. See here in Unit 1.1, have the narrator and point of view, but I haven't defined these texts for you because I want you to define them yourself and then use them in the course discussions, in the class discussion with your friends, or with your peers. I hope you become friends. Anyway, so to use these terms in the class discussions, because that's one way you can become conversant with the terminology of literature, which is one of the objectives of this course, is to introduce you to the terms we use to discuss literature. And if you do that, you have an extra credit opportunity. You click down here, Unit 1.1 Terms to Know quiz, extra credit. If you define the terms, you don't need to do that in the discussion. Do that on your own, and just make note of the discussion, and then use the term correctly in the class discussion. You can get some extra credit points. So throughout the semester, we'll have these terms to know in each unit module, and you can define them, use them in the course of discussion, and become more familiar with the terminology we use to discuss literature. Again, like I said, each unit is broken up into prepare, share, assess, and like I also said, each unit has 3 modules, 1.1, 1.2, where we'll be discussing things, and then we'll have a revision workshop in each unit where you will take your process draft, which you will also submit here. You'll take your process draft and you'll submit it to a revision workshop where you will seek and give feedback from your peers. So here's the guidelines I expect you to follow in those revision workshops. But this is basically what the course will look like. Every unit will look basically the same. The content will be a little different, obviously, as we discuss different texts throughout the semester. But this layout is what we'll be moving through as we go through the course of this semester. Now, I'm really excited to be with you in this course. I love literature, love words, love language. I'm passionate about poetry, about language, about reading. That's what I think about a lot of the time. And I don't expect you to be the same, but I do expect you to experiment with different responses to literature, because that's what this course is all about. So, having said that, if you have any questions for me, please feel free to let me know. My inbox is always open.